Congratulations. You are being rescued.
K2SO was in the original story pitch that I did. I actually described him as kind of the anti-C3PO. C3PO is a beloved character, but he's always used as a bumbling comic relief. But he's got amazing capabilities.
They shut down the main reactor. We'll be destroyed for sure. This is madness.
What I wanted to do was take all those things that were implied as cool things that K2 could do that a human being can't do, and make that what K2 is about.
Let's roll it.
When you're putting together a team of experts with complementary skills, you want people with diverse talents. And so having a droid that can do these amazing things that a human can't do, that adds to the strength of your team.
I'm K2SO. I'm a reprogrammed Imperial droid. Jen expects K2 to be a normal droid, and he's not. He doesn't follow orders so well. He listens to Cassian.
We need to blend in.
I can blend in. I'm surprised you're so concerned with my safety.
I'm not. I'm just worried they might miss you and hit me.
Not only does he speak his mind at times when he shouldn't. Doesn't sound so bad to me. He also has free will. He's a lot of different things. He's many things. He can be violent, cold. We will make it no more than 33% of the way before we are killed. He's funny. I find that answer vague and unconvincing. He's helpful. There are a lot of explosions for two people blending in.
Freeze, right there.
I mean, he's supposed to be a spy. He's a terrible spy. Terrible. Terrible.
Now, K2SO was a huge challenge. I mean, we knew that he was going to be a very iconic character, and we thought maybe it's a more serious version of C-3PO.
John's brief for K2SO was that he literally wanted a black protocol droid, or a, kind of a black C-3PO.
Some of our earliest designs were just simply variations on C-3PO, and they weren't quite hitting the look. So we went back to sort of our safety net, Ralph McQuarrie. We went back to his sketchbooks. And he had drawn many versions of these very elegant robots, almost stylized, where they had very thin limbs. We explored many versions of that, using Ralph as a foundation for updating it. And I think the final version is a really unique take on it because it adds something very bold and very fresh. And I think in terms of designing for Star Wars, you need that. You need that boldness, you need that freshness.
I've got a bad feeling about it.
Quiet.
Oh.
It was important that for synthetic characters, we still have high-quality acting there.
The choices that Alan made as an actor in terms of the voice that he gave it really fit well with K2's design.
A lot of Empire guys are English. Your behavior, K2SO, is continually unexpected. It just works better with an English accent. It has, it's more proper and sort of robotic. Not that the English people are robotic, but they're robots.
One of the biggest physical differences between Alan and K2 is that K2 is about a foot, 14 inches taller than Alan. So you want the eye line to be in the right place. So most of the time, Alan is wearing these really wonderfully made stilts. And that puts his knees at the right place, puts his shoulder at the right place, puts his head in the right place.
And it always worked better and it transferred better if there was more of a personality in his movement. K2 walks down a hallway and is passed by another K2 model that's in the Empire and hasn't been freed by a reprogram like K2 was. He's like a soldier and he's walking very perfectly and very straight and upright. And then K2 is kind of sort of loping along a little bit. I think that's what makes K2 a little bit more accessible and, gosh, I'm gonna say it, lovable.
There are times when what Alan needs to do are just a little too awkward or dangerous to do with the stilts. So in order to have his eye line at the right place, there's a backpack that's been rigged with a couple little poles and a cutout photo of K2's head.
If there's ever a time where I have to put that thing on, oh God, no. Here it comes. It's so awful. And then this telescoping head that comes out of the top, and it's just a piece of poster board with a really rudimentary K2 face. And this has come from ILM. Diego said, Alan, it's amazing how little respect you have on this set right now.
Because there's no way to respect this, you know? It's like if we were just witnessing the first science fiction film done
in elementary school.
Exactly.
Where Alan ends and K2 begins is sometimes a blur for me because Alan's a really funny guy and he gets high score on set for cracking jokes.
My God, he kept us laughing and enjoying the process.
Alan would always be throwing in completely random lines that would always make us laugh.
Oh, sorry, that was the fuels.
I was asked to go scout out in this big town square, and then as the stormtroopers go by, Clive, nice to see you. Darren, hello, hello. Gail, looking good. You've lost a little.
I remember there's one particular occasion, I knew a funny line was coming, and to the point where I was crying, and I'd have to actually bit my lip to keep the camera still because I was giggling. And I knew I couldn't use the shot if the camera moved like that. And genuinely, there's 2 takes we can't use because it's rocking because I'm laughing so much. It was very inappropriate sometimes, but that's kind of K2 as well, so.
Don't do this to me, Cassian. Levity is good in a movie like this, which is very heroic and very serious. The world of Star Wars has a lot of, it's a very serious world. Although, in the first 3 that I was introduced to the Star Wars world with, there was humor in it, definitely from Han Solo.
You have to shoot this. Traveling through hyperspace is like Dustin Crops, kid. Without precise calculations, we fly too close to a store. Or bounce into a supermarket and then...
C-3PO and R2-D2, the way that they played against one another. I'm glad to be one of those elements in this.